Ronald Masinda, good afternoon. Thank you. So the ministers there have been giving a briefing. Of course, this is part of government's multi-pronged response to the scourge of male violence on women in our society. What has Patricia de Lille and her colleagues in cabinet been telling you?
Well, Tulas, a very good afternoon to you from Parliament, where we just heard from Ministers Lindiwe, Zulu and Patricia de Lille, as they unveiled 6 new properties that will house victims of femicide. I've got with me the Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, Minister Patricia de Lille. Minister, thank you so much for your time. A very important announcement. Talk us through your collaboration with Minister Zulu and also the importance of involving provincial government.
When President Cyril Ramaphosa put up the emergency response plan, I committed from the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure that we will make unused government buildings available for shelter for gender-based violence victims, and also that we will use all boards to put messages in the faces of these monsters on a daily basis. So we started the program last year in Pretoria by releasing 4 safe houses together with a centre in Salvakop to the Department of Social Development. But the 3 provinces with the highest femicide is Gauteng, Western Cape and then KZN. So today we have released 6 properties to the Western Cape Department of Social Development and another 2 properties in the metro of Johannesburg. We are assessing in other provinces more buildings that we can release. So we will clean up the buildings, we will maintain and repair the buildings, but what goes on inside is determined by the Minister of Social Development. They will do the programs. So that is the collaboration that we've established now between Public Works and also Social Development.
There is a demand, of course, for these safe houses. I mean, one minister just mentioned that there will be, for the first time, that in the Karoo there will be a safe house.
Yes.
Just in terms of your targets for the year, and I'm sure obviously you'll give us a breakdown in finances, because I mean that's also a very important part for people who want to hear how much money went into this project.
Well, first of all, it is a priority. It's our contribution towards the fight against gender-based violence. We live in a sick society. Our women are under siege in this country. And we now need to stop talking policy and we need to see more action. So the commitment from Public Works is to find these unused buildings and release them across the country. And we hope that before the end of this financial year, we would be able to cover all 9 provinces. Over and above that, we are partnering with the private sector to help us to put billboards on all government-owned buildings across the country. And then lastly, Public Works also made available 3 million rand to employ EPWP workers that can become gender-based violence advocates and making awareness. And that is based on the presidential district model. So we want at least 5 gender-based activists in each of the districts. So far we have employed 65 for 5 metropolitans, and then we've employed another 365. So the total cost to the Department of Public Works, as we roll out the program, I would even say that, to save lives, costs should be secondary. But we will be releasing as many unused buildings. So the cost to us really is renovating those buildings, cleaning them up, doing some gardening. So far we spent about 380,000 on renovating and painting and cleaning those buildings. And we will continue to find the money within our department to make a contribution to this important fight against gender-based violence.
Minister, there have also been harrowing stories of females who have left these safe houses only to be abused by their partners. Some of them have since passed on. We've also heard of shortages of social workers within these safe houses. Are these things that you're also willing to address in collaboration with the Department of Social Development?
Many of our women stay in these abusive relationships because they've got nowhere to go. With the shelters now, we will also be giving the addresses of all the safe houses to the police. So when a woman comes to the police station and has got nowhere to go, she can go to the safe houses. And so social development will design the support programs for the women going there. So my advice is that government need to release as many buildings as possible. And to our women that are abused on a daily basis, there's an opportunity to now walk away, because that perpetrator will never change. Beaten you once, he will do it again.
Minister, thank you so much for your time. Well, there you have it from the Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, Tulas, painting a picture really of government trying to address this issue of femicide that has plagued South Africa. I mean, who can forget those marches in September last year where students stood against femicide, especially following the passing of an Nkoana, and the minister basically saying that they're going to pull out all the stops, not only to create these safe houses, but also to put in mechanisms for women to feel safe within these environments. It's back to you.
All right, Ronald, thank you so much for that. Ronald Masinda, live for us there in Cape Town.